Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Breaker and welcome to my in-depth Battlefield 4 multiplayer analysis video. First of all, I want you to notice the water. It looks fantastic in my eyes. It looks just awesome. Also, you can note there's no blue tint and we got 5-man squads, which is already confirmed by DICE. And now in this screen you can see some nice camos on our tanks. We're playing on the US side. I believe this is an Abraham's tank, and as you can see you got camos on there, and if you got some customizable camos on there, that's gonna be just awesome. Now here you can see the second soldier that's running in front of us has got a stinger, and so that means we got iglas back into Battlefield 4. Now once the soldier here that we're actually playing as Alex Green got out of the transport chopper, you saw there was no animation, so no lengthy animations in going in or out of vehicles, which is a good thing in my eyes. Also, we saw that the commander got online just then, but I'll be covering commander mode in another video. Now here I want you to notice suppression. We're being fired upon heavily, however the screen is not really blurring at all. Now we do get some suppression kill assist here, so suppression's back into the game, but it's probably toned down a lot. Also I want you to draw your attention to the bottom left corner. As you can see, we don't have squad perks, but we get some sort of squad perk meter that's running up once we complete objectives. Also, I want to draw your attention to the flag marker. It's no longer in the middle of the screen obstructing all your vision, it's actually always on the border. And as you can see, once we went out of the cap area, it went from being round to being a square, which is awesome. That's just a great mechanic right there. And here we can see some nice little macro destruction, and note the squad perk meter went down a little bit there. I'm not quite sure of the mechanic of the squad perk meter. We gotta see how this works out in the end. Now here you can see, of course, a recon planting some C4 on this tank, blowing it up after we have brought down the supportive pillar there. Now let's just fast forward a little bit to this bit of gameplay here. We can see we're in some sort of attacking boat, and we're actually driving and gunning at the same time. So we get a 30mm high explosive round as well as a tow missile. Now also we can transport 3 other team members on this boat. 2 of them are going to be able to shoot a minigun, just like the LAV probably has this limited miniguns on its side. Now here we see the attack chopper from the Chinese actually, and we are bailing out of the boat by exiting via jet skis. Now this is just amazing, and just take a look at the water. Have you ever seen such detailed water? And that macro destruction, oh my god, that just looks amazing. Now coming to the most exciting part, and that's the elevator part, because you can see the player models and the weapons up close. The engineer is holding, I believe, a Scorpion submachine gun, and the sniper right in front of us is actually holding a AK-5 assault rifle, and the support player is holding the same gun, which is kind of odd. Why are they having the same guns? However, something else I noticed here is Sinto is actually watching the ad whilst his gun is pointing towards a totally different location. Is this pointing towards being able to turn our head? We don't know. Now this bit here shows the same footage from the live stream. Actually, you can see they have different guns right there. They actually have different camos. Now this is going to be interesting how this turns out. If you can actually turn our heads around just like in Arma 3 or Arma 2, then that would be just amazing. Being able to turn our heads around whilst running towards an objective, for example, is just something that I'm really looking forward a lot. Now here to check out the macro destruction. It just looks amazing once again. And here's another quick thing. As you can see, Sinto just threw down an ammo box, and you can actually see a marker where the ammo box landed. So you're no longer doomed to look for ammo boxes or health kits on the minimap, rather than just looking around on your HUD. Now here of course you can see some of the commander mode in action, and as you can see, he's just calling in a tomahawk strike on these 2 tanks that are trying to take out this building. He's doing it on a tablet, which is a little bit of gimmicky in my opinion. And do note that the artillery strike starting position can probably be taken out by the enemy, so it's not all that OP. It's probably going to be the same like in Battlefield 2. Now moving on, I'd like to draw your attention to the minimap. As you can see, there's a green line between you and the next flag that's supposed to be attacked, and I think that's a pretty neat little feature showing you where to go next. You don't have to search for the markers on the flags on the HUD. You can actually just take a look at the minimap, and there you go. Now if you pay closer attention to, Sinto is about to stab this guy in a pretty wicked way. If you take a look at the C marker, it's about to disappear once the building is actually collapsing. Now also pretty nice here, you can see there's an animation for pulling your chute. So it's no longer just a zap and the chute's out, you actually have to pull the chute with your right hand, which is a pretty nifty detail that they included into the game. Now here of course you see the building collapse, and I think it would have been awesome if the chopper would actually get crushed underneath the building, but whatever. And in this screen you can see once the building is being collapsed, you can see the C flag reappear in the rubble, so that's a pretty nice detail there as well. And as if collapsing buildings weren't cool enough, you can also now counter-attack a knife kill. Awesome. Also you can see the recon, the medic and the support in this picture, which leaves us to be probably roly-poly as medic. And look at number 4. Is that a medic pack or is it actually an ammo box? I'm not actually quite sure what it is. Now here we see some more nice stabbing animation. Also the dog tags look really neat with this kind of rubber around it. And of course here the cinematic shot is just amazing. And here I skip forward just a second. This little bit of the skyline just looks amazing. I would even use that as a screensaver or as a background on my screen, because that just looks awesome. The render distance in this game is amazing. Now something else I've noticed is there's probably night vision or IRNV vision for the choppers, which is probably something you can use. And also you could see that some of the players that were playing on the press conference were actually having a night vision scope as well. And let's just hope they actually use some nice night vision and not just nerf it into oblivious like they did in Battlefield 3. Also I've noticed that the sun is never shining to our face during the whole of this presentation. Now again, look at the glass, it just looks fucking fantastic. Now regarding the sun, I'm not quite sure, maybe they've nerfed it, maybe not. We'll probably have to see how this pans out in the full game. Now in the top right corner we can see backspace for battlelog, and I'm not quite sure if this means in-game integration of battlelog or in-game server browser. They haven't talked about this at all, so I don't know if that's gonna be in the game or not. Now before I wrap up the video, I'd like to talk a little bit about the squad perks. We can see we got squad sprint, squad ammo and squad frag, and the last of them is probably something to do with suppression. Now here you see the engineer jumping down in front of the skyscraper. You can see actually a distance marker on it. That's a pretty neat detail as well. So that wraps it up for my Battlefield 4 multiplayer analysis video. Make sure to check out my Battlefield 4 Commander Mode video, which I'm gonna be upping today, I guess. But thanks for watching, have a good one, and until next time, cheers!